Hello everyone, I'm Alan. Today we will discuss cells. Cells are very important, as all living organisms are composed of cells. In the biological world, there are two major types of cells, eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells, as the name suggests, have a cell nucleus and a complex system of organelles, while prokaryotic cells do not have a cell nucleus and are relatively simple. In addition, eukaryotic cells also have some membrane-bound organelles, such as mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, and lysosomes, which work together to maintain many life activities. Prokaryotic cells do not have these membrane-bound structures, but they can still perform some basic life activities, such as various metabolisms and DNA replication. By observing the characteristics of different cells, the theory of cells was established, which states that cells are the basic units of all living things, playing a crucial role in the development of modern biology and providing an important foundation for us to understand the essence of life. The cell theory mainly includes the following points. First, all living things are composed of one or more cells. Second, cells are the basic units of all life and the smallest units with all life characteristics. Third, all cells are produced by the division of pre-existing cells. In modern cell biology, molecular biology, developmental biology, pathology, and other disciplines, research is based on the theory of cells. There are many different structures and organelles in cells, each with different functions. The following are mainly found in eukaryotic cells, and we will focus on animal cells and plant cells. Now let's talk about these cell structures. First, the cell membrane is a thin film that surrounds and protects the cell, and also controls the entry and exit of substances inside and outside the cell, because it is differentially permeable. It is composed of phospholipid bilayer and contains some proteins and carbohydrates. Some proteins serve as channels to facilitate the entry and exit of substances, and also help cells interact with the surrounding environment, assisting cells in communicating with other cells. Next, the cytoplasm refers to the area between the cell membrane and the nucleus, which contains some jelly-like cytosol and many structures of the cell. It is also the site where many important biosynthetic processes and chemical reactions occur. The nucleus is the control center of the cell, containing genetic material DNA that controls the life activities of the cell. It is composed of nuclear membrane, chromosomes, and nucleoplasm. The function of the nuclear membrane is to protect the chromosome, which contains genetic information DNA, and is composed of liquid and different proteins. Many enzymes are dissolved in the nucleoplasm. Next, let's talk about the endoplasmic reticulum, ER. It is divided into rough ER and smooth ER. The rough ER contains many ribosomes and is the main place for protein synthesis, while the smooth ER is mainly involved in lipid synthesis and metabolism. Then let's talk about lysosomes. They are mainly responsible for the decomposition and digestion of waste and damaged organelles inside the cell. They have different sizes and shapes, containing different enzymes such as proteases, nucleases, and carbohydrates. Next, we will talk about mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell, responsible for producing ATP molecules, which are energy currency to carry energy. Unlike other organelles, they have their own independent DNA. Continuing, we will talk about ribosomes. Ribosomes are usually located in the cytoplasm and are the main place for protein synthesis. The process is called translation. mRNA will come to the ribosomes, and protein synthesis will take place. Ribosomes are composed of different proteins and RNA molecules. Let's talk about the cytoskeleton, which is composed of different proteins and can support and shape the cell, as well as help the cell move. It has different structures, the most common of which are microfilaments, microtubules, and intermediate filaments, which mainly help support the cell and allow it to move. Next, let's talk about the Golgi complex. The Golgi complex is mainly responsible for the modification and transport of proteins, as proteins need to undergo some post-translational modifications after being made through translation. After processing, these proteins will be transported to where they should go. Animal cells have these organelles, and now we will talk about plant cells. Plant cells actually have all the things we just talked about, but compared to animal cells, they have a few more things, such as chloroplasts. Chloroplasts contain a pigment called chlorophyll, which is responsible for photosynthesis. This is why we see leaves as green, because chloroplasts are responsible for photosynthesis and produce oxygen. Chloroplasts also have their own independent DNA, so chloroplasts and mitochondria have proposed an endosymbiosis theory, which means that they are actually independent organisms that entered a eukaryotic cell many years ago and formed a symbiotic relationship with the eukaryotic cell. However, these involve evolution theory, which we will not go into detail in this video. Let's talk about the cell wall. The cell wall is composed of cellulose and is the outer protective structure of plant cells, used to support and protect the cell. Lastly, let's talk about the central vacuole. Plant cells have a large central vacuole in the middle, which contains many substances such as water, salt, and organic molecules, used to support and store different substances. The main difference between animal cells and plant cells is that plant cells have a cell wall, chloroplasts, and a central vacuole. Animal cells also have a vacuole, but it is very small, unlike plant cells, which have a large central vacuole. Since plant cells have a cell wall, they have a more regular shape, while animal cells have a more irregular shape. That's about it for today's video. If you liked the video, please remember to like and share it, and leave your comments below. You can also tell me what topics you would like to see in future videos, so I can create more content that is suitable for everyone. Thank you and goodbye.